I honestly wouldn't count Asil and Tiger out. To be honest with you, I think they've kind of started to form an identity with Asil being pretty aggressive and Tiger being more of a support player. Um, that being said, I'm probably still going to go with Meth and Naga, but just I wouldn't count Asil and Tiger out necessarily, though.
Yeah, just to correct you there, it's Neff and Sevyl, not Neff and Naga. Unless you're
Oh,
talking
did
about
I
a
say?
different match.
No. I thought I was saying devil the whole time. Excuse me.
No, you only
I'm a
said
really
Naga this
I,
once. But
I'm very old. I'm very old. Yeah.
it's all good. It looks like we had the villains playing pretty aggressive, which is pretty expected. Enough getting the cleanup onto the second kill. Gotta open stream up on my phone so I can score keep.
Not too much to gauge there. Just from what you said, just meth and kind of devil just being super aggressive and picking up a couple of kills there. Too early to determine really what strategies are being used here, but looks like Devilwing is healing at the inside of the cantina. Did Tiger mean to crouch for a pause, or okay, I don't
I
know
was
what
not
that
paying
was,
attention,
but
but don't believe he means to pause, as he does seem
no,
to be
yeah.
playing. If this goes anything like Asil and Tiger's last match, Tiger definitely played the a lot more aggressive role. They've got the Vader
Nice
choked right
tumble,
now.
but can't execute the kill there. But that was a great tumble. I don't know who
Devil
pushed
gets
Devil
the
there,
kill
but
on Tiger. B1 over here with the Sil. He looks like he's safe, but he needs to either get out or then he's gonna get
yeah,
2v1'd.
this is a 2v1 situation where you have to. Aseel's probably really low on force there. You have to sort of run away. Bad jump by Asil.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now they're
So
split spawned.
Tiger's got to do his best here in this situation to not really engage. I wouldn't engage Meth or Devilwing whatsoever. I would just, wait for a seal or try and
Sevyl not
avoid him.
noticing the spawn on the hero. He might be in a really bad spot here. I think he's just dead. Oh,
Not
Asil actually
quite. It
just
looks like a
ran
seal.
away.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to why he just... I felt like he should have had that kill, but he kind of
I
feels
don't
like he
know.
just gave that up.
I don't know if he tumbled Devilwing though, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Ooh,
a great
Devilwing just
backslash by Tiger, actually.
yeah.
Knocking
Yeah, he
Devil out of
missed
the
the
air.
choke. Well, he got the choke, but then it just wasn't enough to fully complete it. So in this situation, you got to go for the 2v1 right here.
Still doesn't notice that he's here. They actually get a 2-for-1
So
here now.
wow, that was a great pickup by Meth. Yeah, that was just bad timing. So Tiger jumped to try and engage Meth, but the timing between Asil and Tiger was just off, so it just didn't really work out very well. And then you had Devilwing in the back coming through, so it wasn't going to end up very well either way.
Yeah, he had the fast spawn, and I don't think Asil was expecting that, but I mean, it's really hard to,
No.
you can never be too sure. That's kind of an issue I ran into with Eamon a lot when I would play is, he'd be like, oh, let's just rush them or whatever, and I'm just like, we don't know the spawn timer.
Yeah, the spawn timer it's deadly, man. It's a hit or miss thing. It really is. It just depends.
But they've brought the
Asil
fight
with
up
a
to the
great
city
push.
now.
2 great pushes by Asil.
I feel nice block. I didn't even think he had the mana or stamina to get that off. Seemed like he was out.
Tiger
might
doesn't
have
realize that Asil's been pushed. Yeah.
Maybe getting the flank kind of, but they've got Tiger tumble, so now it's just up to Sevyl to keep him off. Which he does. Huey picking up the other kill as well. So
what do you think strategy-wise here? Because I think it's like 9-1 so far. So what do you think?
yeah, it's currently 8-1.
Asil and Tiger, obviously, yeah, they gotta change something up here. Because when you get I think they got about 6 or 7 kills, from Meth and Devil. So what do you think they should change?
It looks like to me like they're not. I don't know. I feel like they've let Huey and Sevyl with their confidence going too much, and they've really got that momentum going. They really need to break up that momentum, because Asil and Tiger definitely can play an aggressive game, especially Tiger. When you saw versus who did they just play against? I forgot who it was. They, it was definitely a much closer game, and much more competitive than people thought it would have been.
I think they played against Spidey and Obsolete.
Yeah, Spidey and Obsolete. So I think the thing,
Push.
Tiger picking up a kill actually here, and
Ooh, what?
Sevyl should be dead here as well, and he does.
Wow. Okay, well, Tiger picks that up. That was flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were a good 2-kill pickup there. But before that engagement happened, I was going to talk about, I think the tempo of the match, too, is very much, it seemed, before that, it seemed that Devil and Neff were really just setting the tempo how they wanted it to play. You know, like Asil and Tiger didn't really, they just kind of were folding to whatever tempo they wanted to play. So maybe if Asil and Tiger slow it down a little bit, they might get a little bit more success.
I don't know, I feel like in my somewhat limited play with Huey and Sevyl, they don't necessarily tilt, but they can definitely get annoyed and a little bit frustrated, though I don't think it hinders their gameplay too much. But I think it does definitely alter their decision making in terms of if they decide if they are going to slow down the pace, and maybe that could be good because, you know, I feel like Asil and Tiger here in the aggressive gameplay might stand a chance versus them if they don't let Huey and Sevyl just get that confidence and that aggressive gameplay going.
Right. Well, it looks like they're slowing things down a little bit here, so it looks like Asil's just being support. Tiger's getting
So Asil's got a good push on Sevyl. Nothing can be cleaned up here, though.
That was a pretty risky move for Asil to do. Yeah. Nothing happened because Asil's supporting Tiger, and
Asil's in a terrible spot here. He lives though, or maybe. Sevyl pushed him, but not pushed him, but rushed at him, and didn't get anything off.
Oh wow, Tiger with the.
Well, it looks like he got pushed through the tarp there, but maybe he was unaware that he actually got that push off. I wouldn't have thought that push would have been successful.
Looks like it's back to a standstill here. Tiger heading behind the box.
Yeah.
Crouching behind the box. Oh, that's funny.
Make that hitbox smaller. Oh, he gets the sparks, but Sevyl is here to save him. Tiger not quite here in time. He gets a trade.
He gets to clean up, but
it's a bit of an unlucky tumble.
Yeah.
Ultimately becoming a 2-for-1 for villains there, though.
Yep. Well, not too bad of a cleanup by Tiger, but yeah, unfortunate with the 2-for-1. So, you know, anytime that villains are able to get that, or heroes, vice versa, that's always an advantage to have. Asil looks like he's waiting on the tower. If I was Asil, I would wait on that tower and wait for Tiger, just like he's doing. No need to go rush in for a 2v1, unless you know that your partner's coming from the back or something.
Great rush by Sevyl. I guess Asil just didn't expect that to come in, but an even better backslash. Huey's nowhere to save him. That was a great play.
That was a great move by Asil, yeah.
Now they really need to like push on the Huey right here. They need to give him that pressure, and it looks like they're doing it. Oh, but he gets a great saber throw in the air by Asil.
Did you see that saber throw?
You should still be dead here, though. Sevyl's in.
Nice saber throw.
This ultimately becomes a 2-for-1 for heroes.
I give Meth 2 style points for that. That should be counted as 2 kills.
That was a great saber throw. 2 pretty great back-to-back solo plays. One by Asil from that backslash, and then Huey's saber throw.
So what's the score here? I feel
the score is now 11-6, Heroes' favor.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. If Asil and Tiger can keep, I would say, within a 5-point differential, maybe on Heroes, if they intend to not win the round on Heroes, that's not too bad to catch up on villains, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, you keep that 5-point difference at the end, that's a 30-25, and that's definitely a scoreline you can work with.
Absolutely.
Assuming that, you know, that's definitely doable.
So Asil here looks like he's trying to support Tiger. Tiger going in for the
Sevyl kind of just awkwardly standing in the air, but it was enough to just put that pressure onto Asil to not let him rush into Huey.
See, the only thing with Tiger on that move there, going towards Meth, is you have to be super confident with your no-force abilities to be able to tumble Meth or do something like that. It appears that he was, but Meth was able to counter that very easily. So it ended up being a really bad move. Tiger playing on the towers. So Tiger's really got to watch out for that one move that Devil Wing did earlier. I'd be freaking out about that.
I think he just, I don't know, maybe he's just, I don't really know how he let that happen. It was definitely It wasn't a unique move, to say the least.
Look at that.
Very common. A great push by
Tiger.
Tiger.
Wasn't that?
He kills
that positioning
Sevyl.
by Tiger was fantastic.
Yeah, he got.
Fantastic. Yeah.
You know, they probably kill him here. He does get a jump off.
Oh no.
He has a tumble. This is probably not good. He's probably dead here. Yeah, he trades 1 for 1.
Yeah. Asil was a little too slow on that. Yeah.
It's definitely not what you want, and now you're in a 2v1 situation as
Asil's
Asil.
gotta go. He's got to run. He's got to run. This 2v1 engagement here, it's. I don't think it's gonna work for Asil.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely needed to take a chance to leave when he could.
Well, the only situations in which those potentially might work is if you for sure know that your partner's spawning in really closely, like 2 second span, and you know that if you hold them off, distract them a little bit, your partner coming from the back, but it's hard to gauge, and you got to really communicate with your partner.
Yeah, I'm unsure if Asil and Tiger do any form of comms. I don't know why Sevyl didn't choke there. That felt like that was really free.
Wow.
Feels like he just goes up and killed a Tiger
nice
there. And a great tumble by Asil. Double kill for the heroes.
So they're still keeping it close.
6-point lead now. It's still definitely within a doable range.
It's manageable. It's definitely manageable. So, you can't count Asil and Tiger out. I'd like to see Asil and Tiger get maybe a 3-point differential loss, maybe if at all possible. Or, of course, ideally winning the round would be better, but let's see what they got here.
So most of the fight still happening in the city or Heroes Corner. Not too much going on in the regular default gameplay area around Jog Roof and such.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Looks like they're really keeping it to the city.
Kind of in a weird standoff right now. They're all very spread from each other.
Pacing's a little slower.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of slow, but when it gets to the fighting, it's pretty up there. Like fast paced.
True.
Sevyl is right behind him. Tiger does notice this though. He's up on the octagon. I think they're opting. Huey's just opting to get his stamina back.
Sevyl
not.
Choke.
I'm really surprised that backside didn't work. This is kind of a very scrappy fight. Yeah. You got 2 1v1s going on. You got Asil and Huey, and then you got Tiger and Sevyl. Looks like Sevyl best Tiger in this one. Oh, Asil actually gets the save. You trade. Oh, great saber throw by Huey. Or the double saber throw. It's actually what Fierce did to me and Cayman. So it still ends up being a 2 for 1.
Those saber throws have got to be like 2+ style points. I mean, really. There's like 2 really cool saber throws by Beth. Those were very well predicted. Sometimes with saber throws too, it's just a matter of prediction. It's just predicting whether your enemy is going to go this way or that way, and that's all it ends up becoming. So, Asil and Tiger on the towers. Asil drops down. Tiger looking to support. Sevyl's sort of near the Jog Roof, kind of just surveying the action. It looks like. Surprised
they're
doing too much.
Oh, no, now it looks like they're trying to move on him. I was like surprised they're just letting Huey heal.
Yeah.
Even if he's done now, I feel like he's healed the majority of his HP by this point.
For sure. Okay, so Tiger and Asil, they're kind of sandwiched here, honestly. That Vader's going to come in from the back, more than likely. Just waiting for that opportunity. Looks like he's going to go support Meth.
Looks like they're going to get the choice to regroup now at this point.
Yeah, Tiger and Asil did the smart move there and moving away because they were sandwiched at that cantina earlier, so they just simply moved from that location.
I feel like they both could have rushed Sevyl and Octagon. I mean, when it comes to this, maybe it's my limited play, but if you're 2 heroes and the villains are split, rush the choker like 9 times out of 10 because he can only affect one of you at a time. He can't just push both of you away. He can only choke one of you. And if he's choking you,
that's true.
He's vulnerable. Yeah. So
yeah, that just all depends on the synergy and communication.
Looks like Huey actually got that saber throw off right there.
Yeah,
Sevyl getting up close, getting pushed away.
Not tumbled though.
Nothing actually ends up happening there though. It's a little bit of skirmishing.
Yeah, Huey's on point with those saber throws. He is really on point with them.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Oh my gosh.
Another saber throw kill. I believe that's like 4 in this round alone.
I I think he's had either like 3, maybe 4 saber throws. I mean, those saber throws are deadly. Jeez. Tiger with an amazing
great aerial by
backslash, just
Sevyl.
not able to
Totally.
clean it up. Yeah.
So yeah, now it's 19-10. The lead is definitely growing, and
Yeah, no,
Still and
so
Tiger really need to pick up that pace. They were
a
keeping it
10-point
pretty
differential.
competitive.
They are keeping it competitive, but you don't want to see the lead slip away. You want to keep it within the single digits if you're on the hero side, at least starting off, because climbing those really large deficits on the villain side, that could just be a mental game for you right there. You could already lose just thinking about how much of a climb you have to climb for the villains.
Tiger destroying the med droid there, though I feel kind of a continuous battle when it comes to med droids, unless you just kind of destroy them all at once, because they're just going to rotate to a new one. Still not
Asil
paying
did
attention,
not
I
see
guess. A
Sevyl.
great block by Sevyl. He backslashes, though it doesn't actually knock
Asil
down.
with a great tumble. He's got to capitalize on it, though.
Wow, that was actually a really great play, and I didn't quite catch Asil killing Huey, but I mean, I felt like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I say, I felt like Sevyl played that really well, but his backslash actually just didn't tumble Tiger right there, and so...
Well, I wasn't focusing on Sevyl there at that moment. I was focusing on Asil, and Asil initially he had tumbled Huey, but it looked like he fell, and then it was kind of dicey, But Asil managed to get that. He did the one hit perfectly. Sevyl going with
the Emperor.
Whoa. Okay.
And I get confidence plays, but I don't feel like this match is that far away to...
Yeah, no, I don't really understand the Emperor choice here. I mean, do you see any strategic value? Maybe one of them has
are low.
Health, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to tell.
Yeah.
If anybody, I believe Asil might be the low one. He was choked a bit.
Sevyl pushed again. No.
Huey is being tossed back and forth here. Oh, he should have just saved for one more push. I don't believe Huey had any more stamina.
Ooh, Asil just falls off there. I think he would have gotten that if he would have just managed to stay on. Asil falls off the tower a little bit. Yeah, Asil's got to run at this point. No, I would not engage them in a 2v1. Just run back to your base. Hope for Tiger to spawn in.
So it seems like the tempo... Well, as I say that, get another kill. I was going to say, it seemed like the tempo kind of slowed down a little bit.
So now Tiger can't fall into this trap here. Asil's dead. We don't know what the timer is. Meth and Sevyl should be pushing this right now. Any advantage you can get.
I would have just left if I was Tiger, but
wow.
Actually manages to get a kill out of that.
See, but that's the thing. So Sevyl was the Emperor, and Emperor's combos are notoriously they can be a little dicey at times, and he just inconsistent. Yeah, he just wasn't able to pick that up, and that results in a 2-0 pickup for Tiger and Asil.
Now it's only a 7-point game, which is still a little bit further than you would probably want, but still not the worst scoreline.
No, definitely not. It's still manageable. It's still manageable, and the game, this side is still far from over.
I'm surprised Sevyl still chooses to keep the Emperor out, especially after something like that.
Yeah, what do you think is going on? Do you think it's just a confidence thing, like a complete confidence thing, or is it what's the strategy with that Emperor? Like I'm wondering what he's thinking. Nice
really
pickup there.
Sure, but it works out there actually.
Yeah, he gets that electric ground pound for sure. That works. And then Meth with like the 5th lightsaber throw. I mean, that is just ridiculous. His saber throwing skills are just unbelievable right now. So it looks like it's a 9-point differential, I would say right now, right? Okay, Asil going in for Meth, getting pushed back. Tiger playing a little bit of the support role, going in to be a little bit more aggressive. If I was Asil, I would go up on that Octagon support Tiger. Opts not to. Maybe coming in from the back.
I was about to say, I'm surprised Sevyl didn't just get pushed away right there, but... I feel like they need to play on the fact that Sevyl is very slow. Like, he just can't get to Huey if they put him in a bad spot.
Asil chokes. Sevyl, not able to
Isn't
complete it.
able to secure the kill, and it's one of those things again where if he was an Emperor, then that definitely would have been a secured kill.
Definitely, right? Yeah. So it's just it's odd. It's a little odd for me.
Still should be quite low though.
He should.
Maybe I'm wrong,
maybe
but...
some quick lightning will do the trick here. Ooh, Tiger's
trying to get a little bit of a sneaky. Well, that was actually a really good Emperor play. It's kind of not what you could have done for that. Huey also picking up the one-on-one on Tiger.
So the thing there in that exchange, one, Tiger put himself in a really, really bad position, and then two, Asil completely missed the ramp and was just unable to potentially save Tiger at all. So, yeah, just some slight mistakes there on Asil and Tiger that ended up being a 2-0 win for the villains.
I wouldn't say he's a terrible Emperor player, but like I said, even the best Emperor player is just still the Emperor.
It just goes back to the inconsistencies of the combos. There were two instances already in which Sevyl clearly had or would have had the kill had he had been a different character, other than the Emperor. That being said, he's still picking up some kills for sure.
And if you're gonna look at the stats, though, I think they've got the biggest lead that they've had since the match started. 11-point lead now. Tiger's trying his best to help his teammate, but there isn't too much he can do here. Though it looks like it's good enough.
Sevyl with an electric ground pound. Is that it?
Push
is that the game?
That is not the game.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get the kill to Sevyl.
Okay.
It is 27-14.
27-14. Okay, so like I said earlier, especially on the hero side, you got to keep it within single digits for sure. Like if you have double digits in terms of losing on the hero side, it's really, really hard to come back on the villains.
Yeah, it's just it's not even just about
tough.
You do have a larger gap to face versus them, but it's also it's kind of it's a pressure thing. It's like you have to do well now. Like the bigger that gap is, a great backslash actually by Asil. This should be a free kill on Sevyl. Like he's held his black for a pretty long time.
They gotta go.
Push his teammate away.
They gotta pressure him. Nice tumble. Sweet pickup. Okay.
So a nice 2-0 for the heroes, and that's definitely what they need right now. They need to pull out a couple
27.
more. Yeah, they definitely get a couple more team wipes.
Yep, absolutely. They gotta get minimum 5 kills in a row here for sure before the other team can get to 30. Still looks like he's going to the opposite side. Okay, gonna saber throw Meth there a little bit.
Still looks like he took the saber throw there.
Yeah, it's just so accurate.
Tiger in a 1v1 with Sevyl, he looks like he should be in the upper ground here. Good block by Sevyl, actually.
Tiger with a really risky move there, but able to be...
Huey is here to support him now.
I think Asil tagged up Sevyl a little bit there.
Sevyl still opting to heal. They finally do destroy that Health Droid.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if Sevyl got hit twice with the saber throw or not, but sometimes you can just kind of heal just a little bit, just a tick more, if you get hit twice with the saber throw to intentionally confuse your enemy with thinking that they only need to kill you once with their saber throw. So it could have been a mind trick that Sevyl's trying to use.
Thinking he's maybe not that low if they didn't just...
Oh, Asil! Dang.
Fortunately, Huey can secure that kill. But that was definitely a great save, and if Huey couldn't secure that kill, that would have been really good for the heroes.
Again, credit to Meth with his saber throws. That is like the 6th saber throw kill that Meth I think has had today in this match. It is really, really great saber throw kills.
I don't think so. Tiger's in now, I think, right? Yeah, Tiger's behind them. He does have a flank. They're aware of this now, though, so they kind of stopped pushing Asil as much. They did have him a bit out of place.
Both pressuring Asil.
Misses his dash attack, I believe. tumbles Tiger. I believe this is half. Yeah,
And that's
this
it.
is 30 to 17.
30 to 17. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough at this point for Asil and Tiger to win this match.
Could you restart the map, actually? I forgot to log it out.
Oh, you want me to restart it? Yeah. Sure.
So, yeah, it becomes a little bit harder now. 13, you didn't quite make it to the 9 kill deficit. I mean, it's not even just the actual numbers, it's the morale too. It's like seeing a number like 13, even though 10 versus 9 doesn't seem that, it's only 1 kill difference, it's just the number just kind of changes your morale. I mean, it's a single digit versus a double digit.
Yeah, wow, math really popped off. 21 and 6. That's quite a.
I see why you had to give that kill to Sevyl.
Yeah, and mind you, the map had about, of those 21 kills, legitimately, I think 6 or maybe 7 of them were saber throws. So yeah. Yeah, really on point with it.
I think the thing here is they really, I think honestly, they still need to play an aggressive villains.
Okay.
Keep Sevyl with the Yoda, though I don't know if he meant to, but they need to really keep Sevyl and Huey like on their toes, kind of. Just don't let them settle down. Don't let them stay in the momentum that they had going.
Oh, I think Sevyl is intentionally going Yoda.
I think he is too. Can Isaac restart map? Yes, he just did.
So, yeah, Sevyl.
The Yoda and the mace.
Yeah, no, I think Sevyl's going for Yoda. He's going completely, he's going super confident. It looks like here, and he's gonna troll heavy with Yoda.
If it works, it works. Oh no, it looks like he's switching now.
Oh, did he switch? Oh,
it
now
appears as he is. He's got the Ayla. Might be even a little bit. It's not more troll.
Well,
but...
I mean, no, Sevyl's actually pretty decent with that Ayla. Not too bad, honestly. But I still, ideally, I think we better be, to have some force pushing ability because obviously there's no pull in this. So we'll see. We'll see. I think
it's like both teams are ready now.
I think if anything, though, Asil and Tiger should use this to their advantage. Sevyl's going with the Ayla, and that gives them an opportunity.
So the thing about Ayla, well, that was just he was going to save him here. Oh, he actually gets nulled here, but doesn't get the kill. So the thing about Ayla here is you have to remember the fact that she has almost 0 saving power.
Right. Well,
like your teammate gets down, and unless she just goes in there with her dash attack, like there's nothing she can do. But it's already not going
to move from that position.
It's already not going in their favor, giving up the first kill and the second kill.
Yeah, and the second kill there. Yep. Yeah, Asil and Tiger, you really got to use that Ayla to their advantage.
They really need to capitalize on the fact that they should punish Huey more because Sevyl is very limited in his attempts to try and save him. Great backslash by Tiger, reading Huey really well. I would just hold my block, fire him, and let my choker come in and just get the free kill on Sevyl right here.
Well, Asil's got to drop down, though. He's got to do something.
I'm surprised they just let Sevyl do that.
Yeah.
It feels like they should have easily. He's tumbled. I don't know if they're going to notice this, though. Saber throw by Tiger. He does get some chip damage.
Ayla came in from the back out of nowhere.
But, like, the biggest issue right here is the Vader just doesn't feel very effective right now.
Oh, that backslash was effective, though.
I say that, though, as he gets a kill. See, he needs to be playing up in Sevyl's face because Sevyl can't do anything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Well,
Tiger picks up the kill.
That was a nice sneak kill. Nice sneak. Maybe he was intentionally baiting.
I believe that is now 3-3. Yes, it's now 3-3.
It's basically 0-0 at this point, but obviously, Asil and Tiger, they gotta pick up the kills really quick here because that Ayla is putting the heroes at a huge in my opinion, disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, Ayla's dash attack is scary, but I mean, that's the only thing. Given the way we play her right
Yep.
now, she can't do anything, you know, especially versus a choker. It's like, you need to just get in her face. You know that the only thing she can do if you're going to rush her is she's going to dash attack you, because that's really all she can do against you.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
should be pretty easy to read what an Ayla will do in a tournament setting. Doesn't seem like they're really punishing that like they should be. Should be a free kill. Oh no, he falls off the edge.
Nice.
He does end up cleaning up the kill.
Nice.
You know, honestly, even if I'm the villains, even if we're going 1 kill at a time, like, as long as you're not giving up deaths.
Exactly. As long as you're in the lead, you're not giving
So
up death.
I feel like
That's
this
the
should
main
be
thing.
free. He should have just dropped down. So Vader there should have just dropped down and dash attacks through the wall. You know, because if Sevyl tries to block that, it's just not going to work. So Sevyl's not going to do that. But
Yeah,
actually, Tiger ends up dying here. Asil is... I don't remember their last
Looks like
game.
he's
If
running for it. Yeah.
I don't remember who choked on their last game. I want to say Tiger
Yeah.
choked their last game, but maybe not. Because
think
we
you're
both
right,
know
though,
that
you know,
Asil is a more supportive player.
I think you're right though with respect to your analysis on his Vader, on Asil's Vader particularly. You know, you got to be aggressive with the Vader for sure, in order to create those opportunities to get those kills, especially on that Ayla. Met with a really quick kill there. That was a good.
Vader's probably in a
Tiger.
very bad spot here. Yes, they get a
Yeah,
double kill
yeah.
off of it. It's now 6-4.
Yeah, I don't think Sevyl's changing his mind with respect to the Ayla. He's just gonna keep going with that.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, because they're not punishing it like they need to be. It's working for them, so of course they're not going to change that.
Yep.
Asil choked last game? Okay, thank you, Volt. I didn't remember, but it felt to me like,
Ooh,
Asil actually tumbles
nasty
here.
tumble.
I don't think they can clean that up, though. But, you know, it just feels like Asil's a pretty supportive player, so even if he is going to choke, maybe he should pull out the Anakin rather than the Vader.
Perhaps, yeah. But you see what Asil did there just in that moment. Really aggressive, going towards map. You know, like, those are the types of plays that we're looking for, but more so with Sevyl, you know?
Yeah, because I would say Sevyl is definitely the one that's harder. And just as they're saying in chat, Huey is a very effective, like, team player, right? So if you can already get Huey down, and like I was saying, just in terms of what, even if Sevyl was a great team player, the fact that he's playing Ayla just entirely just limits his options of saving.
Right.
It becomes a no-force match.
Asil earlier on that exchange, he messed up the choke. Tiger. You got something there. Kind of a desperate play there, trying to get a kill.
Tiger is in now.
Yeah, nice block, Asil, but not able to follow that up. Sevyl with the cleanup.
Pretty sure Ninja could join the chat if you wanted to.
Oh, you can if you want.
Picking up another kill. Because they're talking about it in the chat, and I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure he has permissions to join. Maybe he doesn't, though. For a minute.
I think he's in.
Should. At least I think. Might just be trolling, though. Oh, he's in here.
Hey, what's up, Ninja?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much, man. We're just commentating on a tournament match here between Asil and Tiger, and Map and Sevyl.
You know, I've been watching the match. I didn't really watch the first half, but I see Devil's trolling. I mean, I'm not sure if he's like, honestly speaking, in a match like this, I would just find this disrespectful. If I was Tiger, I'd just taunt him every kill I'd get on him. Because what's it called? Even though they might have the better, chemistry, they seem like they got it all worked out. But you kind of have to have like a level of respect when you're playing in these type of matches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you, man. I get you. It's definitely it's definitely a disrespectful move. And Sevyl was considering, if you're looking at the stream a little earlier, he was considering pulling out that Yoda. That would have been very good.
But at least with the Yoda, you know, he can push, so it's not like he's trolling.
It's still a disadvantage though for the Yoda.
I
Yeah,
mean, take it from
agreed,
Ninja. Ninja
agreed.
pulled out the Ayla versus William in SketchUp.
Well, that's true, but I think Ninja, in that particular instance, I think we were looking to make more of a statement.
Clearly. Thank you, Isaac, for bagging me up there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't say he played bad. I'm just saying. We all know it's for the same reason.
Ouch. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. It was for the same reason. I was trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah, we knew you were. No need to be modest.
Yeah, but Asil, does Asil typically choke in this 2v2 combo, or is
He
it?
did last match.
You know, that's what I was trying to figure out too. I was like trying to figure out who between Tiger and Seal was more of a.
Oh, great.
God,
See, now
was
that is the aggression they need to be
amazing.
playing. And I feel like they caught him off
Ooh,
guard because he just hasn't played aggressive at all.
Yeah, Sevyl was staring at the sun there.
I mean, neither of them were looking at him. He just...
You know, but I don't disagree with Asil playing like that because Huey is a really effective team player. So scrapping Devil is kind of hard when it comes to having a teammate like Huey, someone who's always glued to them. Like, look at that. Look how they're moving. They're in sync. It's hard to scrap somebody like that, you know? It's not easy to pick up a kill that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I was saying not only because Sevyl is on Ayla, but they should really try to be focused on getting Huey. Because
Yeah, that's what I would probably
I
do
would
as
say
well.
Sevyl's not as effective of like a team player. Like he's, as far as support goes,
Nice choke by Seal, but yeah, there's that.
he's unable to secure the
is.
kill there.
Ooh,
But he does get some good damage onto him, unless they're just going to let them heal here. Oh, I guess Sevyl's not paying
Choke by
attention.
Seal.
Tiger needs to be a little bit closer to Asil. He's not really putting this. Nope.
Choked by his teammate. Huey kind of just playing a ring around the rosy with this little... They're actually just going to let him go because they're probably worried about Sevyl's spawn.
Well, looks like the Seal's going to pressure a little bit more here. Got to be careful with those saber throws though from Meth.
Sevyle is
Yeah,
in now.
Ninja. Devastator and I were talking about Meth's deadly saber throws so far. He's had really great saber throw kills here.
I see that. What do you guys think about like when people tend to spawn kill? Do you think it's fair to like let's counter it with the spawn kill, as in like if you see for example somebody spawn and the first intent is to push you, do you think it's fair to get that kill, or would you back off in a sense? Because some people have like it's like a vice
There definitely
versa.
is
Some
a gray
people don't.
area in that of like what's okay and what isn't. But personally, this obviously isn't the rule, but my agreement is in a tournament setting, spawn killing just shouldn't even be a problem. You chose to spawn there.
See, I totally agree with you.
I feel like spawn killing shouldn't have to be a rule. But wow, Sevyl getting a kill and then Asil just whiffing that kill and also now giving up double to them.
What do you
I'll
think,
just
Isaac?
that up.
What's your input in the topic?
I think for me, the only way I would be okay with killing the person, you know, who just kind of just spawned in would just be if that said person does like force push or engages in any way, then they're fair game to me. But if they spawned in and they're just like jumping or something like that, like I would not go in for the kill.
Well, see, the thing is you get into this issue where it's like, okay, so imagine you just spawned in and your teammates tumbled next to you. So you basically are invulnerable, but you're going to be able to get the push off first because they basically can't touch you, or you can be like, oh, they spawn killed me. But obviously you're not going to just let your teammate die. So really good choice by Sevyl to aggress here when he knows that Asil's going to get greedy for that saber throw.
That was a good
Yeah,
area.
but you guys are right. It is a gray area for sure.
And it kind of just creates that issue of like, because you could, especially now, like you could chase somebody to their spawn, and then if like their teammate spawns, kind of like, I think the consensus usually is, oh, we're just gonna back off, and it kind of sucks. Cause it's like, well, yeah, it's a lost kill. It's like, in my opinion, it shouldn't be a rule, and you could be able to kill anybody at any time if they're spawned in.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. You know, if a mod that can be created, because you know in most video games nowadays when it tends to having spawning, for example, they give like a little bit, like maybe a 3-4 second like spawn where you can't get killed.
Yeah, that's
so
on
you
this
can't
game.
get killed.
There's no mod. That's actually just in this game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it might be.
Yeah.
Maybe there might be a workaround where it's like, the hero spawns in, and when the hero spawns in, like for like 1 second, maybe they can't do anything, or I don't know, or something like that.
Yeah, see, I agree with that.
You know, there's like some sort of timer or something, you know, just to kind of like try and minimize those gray areas. Yeah, to counterbalance. You know.
Agreed. Oh, he just changed the Anakin. It looks like I think they're gonna try to play a little bit more passive, which at this point I don't think it's a good idea. At this point, they're already down half score. I would probably just finish it strong.
Sevyl's tumbled. Looks like Tiger's committing to this.
Ooh, did Mace get the kill there? No.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh no.
So when you see that he saber still there, you kind of need to drop down and choke him.
That's about the 10th saber throw.
You do set up trading, but I mean trading isn't not gonna be good for them.
Yeah, Tiger should have definitely took advantage of that. He could have easily killed Huey there. Maybe it's also, you know, experience. I don't think these two have been exposed to settings like this before, so it's something new to them, I believe.
Yeah. It's those slight kind of like cues of, oh, person threw his saber throw. I'm a choker. I should probably be able to get this kill. You know, it's just picking up on those things more or less. Being aware of those are kind of like the hidden context of the game to be aware of.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, Huey and Devil, I mean, they've been playing since PS2. They've been 2v2ing forever, so things like that just kind of, it's muscle memory for them. They just react.
Several swapping here? Okay, he swaps to the Han Solo because he wants to repair the med droid. Which appears to be already already repaired. He's walking around the map to repair other.
He is repairing every single health droid in the map, wanting to make sure that everything.
Now is he gonna go get the one in Cantina?
They might be testing the theory where they're the villains aren't attacking if they don't see two, which is kind of dumb. Honestly, they should just embrace Huey 2-on-1 and take him out. But there you go. He's also backing off, so wow.
Sevyl now is
crazy.
Dang, Tiger and Asil just literally just waited for that whole.
Did he just use the house droid he fixed? I think he did.
Sevyl crouching. Oh man, the disrespect from Sevyl is just clearly evident. Oh god.
But I mean, everybody knows once they see Devil Wing, it's kind of like, you know, you're gonna get this reaction, the type of.
Oh yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. You know, certain players just have that kind of, you know what you expect from certain players. Like, it is gonna be what it is. You know. Yeah. If I were you though, Ninja, just like what you said from the outset when you joined this chat, I would throw it back in his face, man.
Yeah, I would, man. I mean, I would. It's just, I think it's an eye for an eye. You know, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right, man. Exactly right.
Like, for example, the 2v2 we had against Huey and Devil, I didn't start taunting till Devil did. I wasn't gonna taunt for the sign of respect, but I kind of had a feeling, you know, back in the day, my temper was really bad, so I can see them thinking maybe that's a good way to piss me off in a sense or get me angry. But I mean, you know, man, that's the little little benefactors of having a child. It kind of helps you like mellow those.
That's true. You gotta be a sage, yo. You gotta be a sage to have a kid. You gotta be patient.
Tiger finally actually capitalizing on
there you
the
go.
mindless aggression that they were throwing at him.
That was a good saber from Asil. Distracted Huey for the little time to give him that little shot to take that kill.
Currently it's 15-8, and heroes only need 3 kills to clinch. And villains still got quite a ways to go.
With Matt's saber throws right now, like they've just been so on point. Let's see here. Tiger and Asil. Tiger goes to the Cantina bubble. Looks like Matt is gonna push, as he probably should. Sevyl. Yeah, that's the thing. Can't really back up Matt except for just a really quick dash or aerial or anything like that. So.
We've gone into the saber throw meta again.
I would think that a team that's you know, who has that chemistry like Huey and Devil, I would have think they would have been a little bit more aggressive, but they're really playing this passive as well. I don't know if that's like a new little style they're trying, because that's how they did with Naga and myself. They started playing that passive role.
Super passive.
it works out for them in the long run, but I don't think Devil Wing has that patience enough to do that a whole game. Unlike Huey, who probably can, which he doesn't like to, but he will. You know, it's a new meta. I see a lot of teams using nowadays. I don't blame a lot of teams for using that meta. Of course, they should see that they're obviously mechanical wise they're better than the other team. That's just point blank, and they're not taking advantage of that.
Asil should just be going in really for the force pushes right now. I think he's being a little too passive. He should be pushing the issue a little.
I think probably because they know they just need a couple more deaths, so he's probably trying to play it as safe as possible.
Yeah.
It's been a few minutes here since I think any kill has happened.
That passive roleplay, it's the
Really just
SCJ way.
walking around the map healing and out of it.
Oh, Sevyl going to switch with the hand. No.
Right.
So it's still backing off here as Tiger goes to commit.
That's
Really bad miscommunication.
Correct. Horrible communication at this point.
Math, I think hits the seal a little bit there.
The worst part is he didn't even. Now he can't even run because it's a 2-on-1 scenario.
Tiger has a flank, but Huey's aware of this.
That was a little.
It looks like he took some hits, so he's gonna go heal. Which leaves Asil alone. And
it's Asil. Yep. Is that game?
That was a questionable.
Now they need one more to clinch.
Saber throw from the seal there. He left himself super open. He was able to get the block up barely in time. Could have potentially capitalized, but I wouldn't have done the saber throw there.
So, whatever team wins this match, they go up against who next?
They go against this seed. It will go against Eric and Legacy.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Jog Legacy and Jog Eric. Yeah.
Yikes.
Sill's probably. This looks like it's game here.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, Tiger's not even near either. I believe that's 18-8.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and restart the server. Just let me know I'm good to restart, Dev.
Yeah, good. It was 30-7 on the first half. 30-17 on the first half, so.
Okay.
I was about to say, I thought Manny said it was close, 30-7. Yikes.
30-17 and closer, but it was pretty competitive, and then they kind of just fell off at one point. And
yeah, I would say it was pretty competitive for say like 75% of the first side. Like it was not too bad. Asil and Tiger were holding their own, but then Sevyl and Meth kind of just broke it off with a lot of kill streaks there and just kind of wrapped it up.
Well, it was an interesting game for all I can say. I mean, I think Tiger and Asil